Well, thanks for watching. Welcome back to another video, and this is what we're doing. So I wrote down a bunch of the things that you guys have been asking me. Otis and I are gonna go for a walk, and we're gonna talk to you about it, tell you about what's going on, what's happening, where the truck's going, all the questions that you might be having. All right, let me pull up my questions here. What year is the pickup truck? So it's a 1989 Toyota pickup. We're putting a 4Runner front clip on it, which means that the front and the fenders, hood, and whatnot, and bumper are all gonna be a 92 to 95 Toyota 4Runner. A bit more of an aggressive look because it's 4x4 sheet metal, so it's going to be a little bit more wide, and then the front bumper is a little bit larger. I'm going to be running the 4x4 pickup truck grille and headlight assembly though, so it's a little bit of a recessed front headlight, and so it's a little bit different than just going straight into an all 4Runner front clip. Am I running hydraulics or bags? I am going hydraulic with this truck. No, it is not getting wire wheels. No, it is not getting a tilt bed, but the body and frame itself is going to be run on Hoppos hydraulics. It's just going to be a very basic 2-pump, 2-battery system. So the front will raise, the back will raise, and then we're probably going to be adding accumulators as well for a softer ride, and that way it is, you know, a little bit less aggressive because the truck is body dropped. If you're unfamiliar with what a body drop is, that's when the floor of the truck is raised, which makes the truck even lower to the ground. So because the truck's going to be so low to the ground, I want to be a little bit careful about it, you know, dragging all the nice work that we've done on it. We're probably going to put a couple little skid plates on there so that I can do some sparks and things like that, but hydraulics is what we're going to be doing, and that's the plan. Okay, what color is the truck going to be? So the truck is going to be a stock Chevy color. 2013 Chevy Spark. They made a sort of like a pinky champagne tone. That's the color that we're going for the main body of the truck. It's going to be getting a few other colors that are done in stripes on it, in a pink, cream, and tan gold sort of color theme going on with the truck. The interior itself is going to be tan. Going into the interior, we're doing a 59 Impala dash in it, so the rest of the interior, it's going to be like an homage to a 59 Impala. I've taken my 89 Toyota pickup seat and I have made it into a miniature 59 seat. The door panels are 59 Impala. I got the 59 Impala fabric, the NOS fabric, and that is what was used in it. So it's all a tan color. If you're used to seeing what a 59 Impala looks like in that sort of brown tone, that would be it. Has been quite a few people that have asked me if the truck's going to have a tilt bed. Now there is, if you're not aware, kind of two styles of mini trucks that are in the scene. So you have your kind of old school traditional 90s mini truck, which usually has a tilt bed, wire wheels. These trucks are usually not body drop. They're more of like a lowered static sort of in the body, and then just the tilt bed is what does all the movement. So you take your other side of the trucks, and they're built more similar to a street rod style, where they're getting a bigger wheel. They're usually on like a bagged type suspension. They don't have a tilt bed, and then they are like on what I've talked about previously, a body drop, to be even lower to the ground. So what I am doing is what they would call a new school type mini truck, where it is body dropped and it's going to not have a tilt bed and things like that. Said no hate to that side of mini trucking. I'm just building what I like, and that's what it comes down to. What is stock on the truck? That is a great question. So the only thing that has been left stock on this truck is the roof, the doors, and the roof and the doors. So the entire frame is custom one-off built. The front half of it is built to Toyota spec. The back half of it is obviously notched. The body of the truck itself, the rear is being cut out of it. The floor is done for a tunnel. The firewall is done. And then obviously the front clip has been changed. So the only thing that is left right now is the roof, the doors, the glass as stock on the truck, original parts, things like that. What wheels am I running? So we're doing the Antera Opus 109s. If you have been following along, those are my love. 3-spoke the world. So they're an old school wheel. I do have a couple sets of them. So one is on the truck and they are going to be rollers for driving. The roads here in California are really bad. And then I do have a true set of Antera Opus 109s that I am re-chroming and making them show chrome so that they are nice to go to places that the truck will be shown at. Where is the truck going? The plan for the truck is that the rolling chassis with the engine, hydraulics, frame completed, wheels, suspension, all that kind of stuff is going to be going to SEMA of this year, 2024. We're going to be adding the cab on it for next year. We are still pushing to get the cab done and as close to finished as possible. If it were to make it this year, it would be unreal. If it doesn't, I'm not holding my breath. I would rather get fit and finish correct on the frame and the chassis as a beautiful rolling chassis that you can see all the work with the cab off of it before I just try and slap a cab on it and make it a roller so that I can get to SEMA. I'm not trying to rush the build because this is something I'm putting my heart and soul into and I don't want to cut any corners. So yes, SEMA of 2024 is where you can officially see the frame for the first time. It is going to be displayed, completed, and then hopefully come 2025, the body will be going onto the frame and I will be able to drive it at some point, 2025. That's the plan. Is it right there? I feel like Otis should just answer everybody's questions today. Okay, what engine am I going to be doing? So the truck is going to have the stock 22RE in it. However, it's going to be getting some upgrades. So Holley Performance, we're doing a bunch of upgrades with that. They have a Terminator system that we are working in with the wiring. Backstory, this truck, I bought it off a guy who purchased it from the dealership and then he drove it for 2 years and it's been sitting in storage ever since. It had 68,000 original miles on it.
What? What the fuck?
Which, if you know anything about Toyota pickup trucks, that is incredibly low. What the plan is then is to take that engine, the 22RE, which is the stock engine, and then upgrade it. It's gotten powder coated already, which therefore means it goes to the machine shop to get machined. It's getting all forged internals, and then we are adding a Garrett turbo to it, as you saw in the last episode. And then getting a bunch of upgrades from Holley as well. So stay tuned for that. A little bit of chrome going on with it. I know that a lot of people saw the turbo and they're like, are you doing an LS? And then they saw transmission and then they were confused because they thought I was doing an LS also. But LC Engineering makes a plate that goes and bolts the Chevy transmission, GM transmission to the Toyota engine, and we just have to get it machined and do a few other things to it to make it work properly, but essentially then we can run that for the truck. Lastly, I guess I just kind of covered this. When is the truck going to be done? Realistically, frame, engine, hydros is going to be completed for November of this year for SEMA. Body, the cab is going to be completed next year, 2025. Then I'm planning on running the truck without the bed on it for the first year so that all the components that are in the rear end can be seen. That's really important to me because there's so much work and so much love going into the truck that I really want to make sure that you can see everything that's been done to it. There's no details that are going to get missed, so it's important that you're able to see all the cool stuff that's gone on with it. As for the bed of the truck, that's kind of an unanswered question right now. Maybe 2026. That's a long ways away though, so I'm not really worrying about it at this time. But we'll get there when we get there. Whoa! Hey buddy. What's up? What's up? Hello. Thanks for sitting with me. Thanks for hanging out. I hope that this answered some of your questions about the truck. As always, I'm really grateful for you for following along, subscribing, liking, commenting. I'm appreciative and grateful that you guys even care about this little truck the same way that I do. Keep up following along with it. We're gonna get there eventually. I can't wait to show you all the other things that I have going on with it. If you want a list of all the people that are involved with it, all the products that I am using, all the car parts and truck parts and all the good stuff, it's gonna be in the caption of this video and all the videos to come so that you have links and accessibility to all the places that I'm using. I really like to share who I'm using and when I'm using and how I'm using them, because I didn't know when I first started my truck where I needed to go and what I needed to do. And so if I can help someone else find out what they need to do, I mean, why not? Stay tuned, we got lots more coming up. The engraving is the next thing on the list, so I cannot wait to show you what goes on with that. It's gonna be unreal. I cannot wait. The Turbo Man, whoo-wee! So yeah, as from Otis and I down here, thanks always. Probably said that already a million times, but thank you always for watching, sticking around, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye guys! Look, I know you all wanted me to build an S10 really bad, but I just wanted to let you know that by me not building an S10, that just means that there's one more out there for you guys to go find and build. So get out there, go build your dreams. I'm gonna keep building my Toyota. You can pretend if it's an S10 if that really makes you feel better. Like if that's what you would prefer me to build, just in your head be like, she's building an S10, and you can envision it. Okay, bye. If you do have another question though about this build, drop it in the comments and I'll do my best to answer it. Well, I'm just a girl with a mini truck.